Yo, how's it going, guys? It's Richard Unicorn Caller here, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. We are back yet again talking about Spellments. So, this just came out of nowhere. WIZARD101 themselves actually made an official announcement regarding Spellments and the whole Spellment change that they wanted to do, which is ironic because they also released the Spellment Pack Saga thing in the Crown Shop recently, kind of fueling, I guess, the fuel that people need to kind of talk about spellments. But yeah, this has been an ongoing thing lately. I mean, I think, like I said, 95% of the community just kind of gave up with spellments, and this update would have been the nail in the coffin. However, they made some very long, lengthy thing, and we're going to read it. So let's check this out together and let's see. Now, as of right now, these are just words, okay? So just take it with a grain of salt. Some things may change. Who knows? You're either just gonna have to take their word for it or just do whatever you gotta do. But for me, I'm kind of over it. So I'm and they're making the thing is it's not this difficult, but they're making it super difficult. Okay, let's read it. Hi everyone! I wanted to share this update from my design team regarding the spell writing changes currently test realm, including a change arriving soon in an upcoming test realm build. Thank you for your feedback so far on the spell writing updates we previewed last week. Players have now had the opportunity to read through the changes, try them out on test realm, and give us their thoughts on what they've seen. As we mentioned in the Dev Diaries post, we wanted to give players time to understand why we were making this change. Let players find creative ways to take advantage of unlocking multiple spell writing paths and discuss with us ways we can make this transition easier for existing and veteran players. As we review feedback on the spell writing updates, we wanted to share a new feature being added to test realms very soon. In the current test realms, players can already see reduced spellment costs of upgrading their spells. But we wanted to take it a step further by adding a capstone reward for completing a spell writing path. I I already I already hate this. Once a player reaches tier 5 spell rating in any path of a spell for the first time, they'll now earn a Stop, Richard, stop. Give them a chance. Including a reward of spellments equal to the entire cost of that path. Okay, that's awesome. All right. This badge reward is unique to each spell, meaning each time your wizard accomplishes this feat, once per spell, you'll be able to immediately upgrade and unlock another path in full. In effect, this halves the spellment cost to unlock two paths entirely on top of the previously announced cost reductions. If you prefer, you can split the reward spellments between paths for spells with more than two paths, or transfer them to another. Why are they removing the reset? Dude, they will not budge on the reset at all. They will not budge. They look. All right. Now the capstone reward is awesome. That's going to encourage a lot of players to just max something out to tier 5, right? Which I already have tier 5 for most spells. Um but the thing is, why are they removing the reset? I don't understand why they're so bent on this. I just don't understand it. Like, you keep making these W updates, but it's like you're still not getting the point. I just don't understand why you're removing such a simplistic part of the spellment system. I just don't get it. But let me cook. I'm being too mean, as the Wizheads will say. Let's give them a chance and let's see how this goes. So let's say we understand that the announced spell writing update felt discouraging for players who maintain multiple wizards and relied on the reset button to have upgraded the spells available on demand for swapping to different characters. Now, if you choose to send your capstone spell reward spellments to another one of your wizards, you can immediately unlock tier 5 on that different character. And yes, this will also earn that wizard the capstone badge reward. Why do I feel like this is about to get really glitchy really soon? Letting you pass this on to yet another wizard you play and then another, and then another, each time ending up with enough reward spellments to unlock an additional tier 5's path on a wizard of your choice. We think this addition to the capstone reward will ease concerns that it was daunting to fully upgrade multiple paths while still ensuring players feel rewarded for the goal of fully upgrading a spell writing path. We're also adding new sources to earn spellments in game, including this update's return of Portal Pale, which we already know about. That's not okay. And we'll continue to evaluate feedback regarding the spell writing system with the new path and future improvements already being discussed. And I wouldn't really rely on Portal Pale so much because Portal Pale was also something that was severely bugged and had to be taken down. So that's kind of writing on that as well. And I don't know what other quote unquote sources there is to really earn spellments. I mean, you can practically earn spellments throughout the entirety of the game. I don't know what other sources they're really talking about there, but well, wait. Maybe I'm just being so negative. We'll give them time to cook. I've been letting them cook for like 10 years. And I think a lot of players are just frustrated. Okay, so lastly, we wanted to acknowledge that some players felt the change was abrupt or surprising. We have long-term plans for spell writing system, including third or more paths for spells in content updates later this year, and more coming over time. When it is never easy to revise systems that have known for years, we want to take care to make those changes with clarity into the benefits of the game. Even if some effects aren't immediate, our goal with the revamp is to make spell writing a meaningful part of progressing each wizard you play, while still having worthwhile and attainable reward. Your feedback is key to our ongoing adjustments and aimed at accomplishing this goal, and we appreciate your candid efforts in helping us get there. Okay, so that is what they said about spellments. Here's the thing, right? They're still getting rid. I don't understand why they're so bent on this reset. I don't understand. They really don't want to bring it back. I don't know why. Like I'm starting to think it might just be a tech issue that they can't like. They've already went too far deep into the build to the point where like they literally just will not bring back the reset button. Right? Now, let's take advantage of the whole badge thing or the capstone reward, which is awesome because then you can literally just do tier 5 and path A, get your capstone reward, then literally max out like bottom branch B or whatever, and then max that out to tier 5. And that will also give you the whole capstone thing. But the thing is, though, here's the thing. Let me read this capstone. So, a capstone reward by completing a spellman path. So, including a reward of spellments equal to the entire cost of that path. So, it's just saying spellments. Is it talking about the spellments of that same exact spell? See, that's when we have to get to the technical part, and that's what we'll have to see in the test round build, just to see how that works out. Because this all sounds really great on paper, but we have to go into it with an open mind and just see how this works. Because right now, at least from when I'm reading this, unless I'm very illiterate, they're not really bringing back the whole reset thing. They just made a little bit of a band aid fix, which pretty much the whole community kind of talked about, but it still kind of doesn't really address the issues about spellments. You know what I'm saying? Now, probably the W of it is the whole capstone situation. That's great. You max out, like I said, tier A or A branch, whatever it is, and you'll get even more spellments, right? However, I just feel like, and I'm sure the WIZARD101 Discord, I mean, we could literally look now, and I'm sure people are already going to have essays of rebuttals. So let's see. Let's jump to present. Doesn't this capstone idea completely defeat the point of character progression, not account progression? If I get 500 spellments, max a spell, move those 500 I get from maxing to a new wizard, and repeat every wizard on their account can get that spell to tier 5. The thing I thought removing resets was to combat. How is that better than just resetting to move the spellments when they need it? And with the reward once per spell, no matter the path, we still have to farm 500 more spellments to get the max C path and future path. Not to mention multiple paths on multiple wizards, like a fire weaving myth and a myth weaving fire. I upgrade troll, I get 500 spellments. I upgrade troll on the second wiz, I get 500 spellments. I still need 1,500 spellments to max the spell on both characters. And what if it's for a spell some wizards don't have? If I want to upgrade, I have to go farm again instead of moving the 500 to start the chain over. I think it's for most people. Everyone's spamming keep the reset button, just don't want to put any thought into it. Even players with max tier spells are still gonna have to farm more though. They gotta make spells easier to get. They gotta make spellments easier to get. Again, a reset button's not gonna mean no spellments to farm. You can always go collect 1,500 spellments for all three paths to have them simultaneously if you CBB to do so. The reset just makes sure we don't regress. At least that's how I see it. Oh my god. Or they could just fix the game and not be greedy. If they do that by a large margin and retroactively multiply the spellments we already have, sure, maybe it could work, but reset button is easier. Someone said we don't even need a reset button, we just need better ways to get a lot of spellments a lot faster than what we have now. If they want to make it of a per character system, that's completely fine. They just gotta change the spellment economy to be actually be able to keep up with it. Oh my god. I love this community, bro. Someone said W rage bait. Oh wait, was that Rabby? I saw Rabby there. But those are yesterday's posts. Major says we're saved. And I'm pretty sure he was like one of the first people talking about it. Someone says, nah. Oh man. Yeah. Major said, yeah, we're not. It looks like a lot of people, including myself, are still conflicted and still a little bit worried about what's going on with there. Dude, I'm gonna be real. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I don't care about spellments no more. I never cared about spellments. Spellments came out. When did spellments come out? Hold on. Let's do a little bit of a whatchamacallit. Let's see when spellments came out, bro. I have never cared about this thing since the very beginning. Let's see when spellments came out. I would ask the Google AI, but Google AI is like notorious for being bad for WIZARD101, unfortunately. Let's see. It came out all the way in like Wizard City Catacombs. Let's see. The Wizard City Underground 2019. Oh my god, it was that old. There's no way. 2019. Alright. I'm bringing it up right now so y'all can see what I mean, bro. Like, I've never cared about spellments. Wizard City Underground spell writing system. Yep, here it is. We're introducing the new spell writing system, which allows you to earn new spells and upgrade spells to different, more powerful versions. And here's what I'm saying. Like, this damage difference is not going to do anything. That extra bit of damage does absolutely nothing. And this is when I grew like a huge disinterest to like spellments in general. I'm gonna drink a little bit of my chocolate milk. It's been sitting here for a while. I'm about to tear up this spicy ramen. It's all the way since 2019. Do you believe it's that old? Some spells have a simple path from tier 1 to fully upgraded versions. Other spells have upgrade branches where you'll have to choose, blah, blah, blah. Oh, man. And then the way they launched it for 100 crowns, you can reset a spell. Yeah, dude. You see what I mean with some of these updates, how they kind of regress a little bit, in a sense? What they did with the reset is then they made it like 2,000 gold, which was really cool. That was a W change, but it looks like now that, well, hey, we can't profit off of the reset button, well, then might as well get rid of it. 100 crowns is a lot, bro. Sometimes I would buy crowns just to do stuff, man. I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about this entire thing. People are still texting in the Discord. I mean, if you guys want, you guys can have your own discussions about it. But like I said, at the end of the day, I'm so over Spellments. I think most of the community is just like kind of over it at this point. Like it's been so long to the point where like I don't think they can do it. Before it took 10,500 spellments to max a 3-pass spell on 7 Wiz. Now with the capstone, it takes 7,000 to max a 3-path spell on 7 Wiz. Sure, you don't need every path on every Wiz, every spell on every Wiz, but now instead of 685 per Wiz, now you keep a tier 5 spell, it's 500 for the account, and always gets 1 path tier 5, making this account progression than it was before. I really hope we get a OK to all button because if we have to do it manually, it's gonna stay. Might legit take hours depending on how many spells you have. But yeah, but this is something better than before, and it keeps KI's goal of having us form the year past better, but it's not good. So yeah, a lot of the community, yeah, nobody knows what to think. I don't know what to think, you know. But hey, it's their philosophy, it's their gaming philosophy, they're the developers of the game. What do I know? Oh, Major just wrote something. Yeah, whatever, bro. They want that to be treated as new spells. Minus 685 starting spellments. Path A, tier 5 on main school. Path A, tier 5. Or no, 685 starting spellments. Path A, tier 5 on main school. Get badge. Transfer the badge spellments. Get a path tier 5 in all off schools. Transfer spells back to main school. Instantly get everything we have for 2 path tier 5. Only 300 spellments to unlock path C on main. So we get a badge for tier 5ing spells now. So every badge hunter needs a reset. While people who don't have a huge advantage in training points. So basically, you still have to heavily commit to one path, transfer the capstone to each character, and you'll end up with tier 5 path on 6 characters and 2 tier 5 paths on 1 wizard. What does this fix? Yep, yay, hundreds of more badges to mimic a fraction of reset's power. Yeah, I don't know, guys. It's a slippery slope. It's a slippery slope. The cap, like I said, the capstone part's easy, but again, you got those negatives that you still gotta address. But they're really bent on this whole reset thing. Like, they really do not want to bring that reset thing back. So, yeah, like I said, my statement still stands. Reset your spellmans on Live Realm. Do that before this update because, dude, they doing some cowboy rodeo hodunk stuff in this test realm. And like I said, we'll test it out in test realm if they put it in test realm. We'll test it out and see, what's going on with that. But like I said, dude, you might want to just reset them right now just so you have a better understanding on where to put your spellments at and which characters to put your spellments at. And remember, the upgrades are still permanent. That was never addressed in the whole thing. So, yeah, you're really gonna have to really be careful on what you're upgrading. And like the user said, you're kind of encouraged to just max out like one of the paths, and then you'll just get like the spellments back, or you could transfer them to like another, I guess, same school wizard or whatever. But yeah, dude, this is a lot, man. Or just another wizard in general. It just depends on what you want to do. Like I said, I'm personally over it. I really just don't care, and I really just want to eat my ramen. So until then, I would love to know your guys' thoughts about this in the comments below. But for me personally, I just stopped caring since 2019. So, oh man, can people stop reacting like immature babies with clown emojis? Like, can we grow up a little? No, Will, we cannot grow up a little. I feel like if I place a clown emoji, they'll ban me from Discord, but I don't want to do that. I'll just keep watching the fire from below. Doesn't this change also make shadow spellments better as a side effect? Debatable. Alright. Have fun, Discord. Have fun, WIZARD101 community. I look forward to watching the fire as per usual. Why would you buy an elixir instead of just a regular monthly member for a third? Okay, whatever. Now they're just talking about junk. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. And yeah, until then, peace out.